the weekend throwdown with Jagger. Celeb hookup.
The one and only Timbaland is hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Welcome back. How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Well, it's good to have you back with some new music coming out, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine you're always working on something.
Yes and no, because the reason why I say yes and no is like, so many, for me being in it as long as other avenues that requires the music world,
right?
But don't require doing music.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It requires my expertise, but it don't require the actually doing it. So
I gotcha.
Some work that I've been doing requires that, and some work that I do requires both. So it's like, it's a 50-50.
Well, the cool thing about you always put something out there that's so fresh and so different, and we always look forward to what you're working on. So I'm excited to hear the process of what's coming our way. What are we going to get to hear?
I mean, I had to go back to, I started talking to like the fans, most of the fans, and like just regular people, like on everybody's Twitter page, and just talking and asking them what do they want from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like the real rawness that I bring back to like pop music. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not too watered down with all the, it got some umph to it.
Right.
It's like having a cheap pair of headphones to some real good headphones.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they missed that. So what I did is go back to the element of the first album, which was an incredible album for me. I didn't expect it to sell those many records. So I went back to the essence of the first album and just took it from there.
Man, you have to be so proud of that album, by the way. That album was amazing. You actually, I would say this, Timbaland, that on that album, you helped shape where music is at today off of that album. I mean, still.
You're right, and I think they should go back and listen to it and go back and think. I think they shaped it to be. That's not what I was shaping it to.
Right.
So it kind of went to the left. You know what I'm saying? It was going on the right path, and it said turned down the wrong street. But hey, that's life. So that means when it started to turn down, if you start to go, it's like painting a picture, and you like the teacher just leave the room like, okay, what am I painting? So the teacher is back now. I got to show him how to do it again. But I mean, that album molded the structure of pop music today.
It sure did. I definitely agree with that. And it's cool because coming from where you were coming from the 90s into the 2000s, from the stuff you did in the beginning of your career, then the stuff you worked on with Aaliyah and Missy Elliott and Justin Timberlake, to where you were at with Shock Value. I mean, you just kept turning up notch after notch. And now today we could definitely say that where we're at, man, it's based off of Shock Value.
Yeah, it's really based off of that. So now what I'm going back to, the essence of, back to that one, not the typical, how can I say, okay, I don't follow the world, I'll make the world follow me.
I like that.
So I'm going back to where I think it should go, and that's like back to like the Promiscuous Girl kind of feel. You know what I'm saying? But not fast.
Right.
In the middle.
Right.
And so what I did is I did do the same thing, but I did it with Dev.
Cool.
So my first singles with Dev, so I didn't take the normal. I take the opposite of what you would think.
Well, tell us about this song with you and Dev.
It's like, okay, when you hear it, to me, it reminds me of Promiscuous Girl on steroids.
That's a good comparison.
I mean, but it's slower. So it's like, you got the heavy bass, you got the heavy bottom. I heard people say it reminded them of, remember when Dr. Dre dropped that record, Yeah, and You Don't Stop, and 187 on the, it got that feel to it. So it felt like everybody's like, wow, because I EQ'd the bass different from what a different 808 is like. It just really thought out. It don't sound like a lot when you play it. It sounds like hard hitting drums, but it's really a lot into it. I was like, man, this hook needs somebody sexy. Of course I can go to the typicals, but it needs to be eyes, and then it hit me, and I start just like that. I said, damn, I need to do it.
That's pretty cool. And that's cool because you always, my favorite part of when you work on your albums is the surprise you give us of who you work with. You work with some really cool people. Every album, you put something awesome together.
This one is all about the new. That's what the first one was about. I didn't really have a lot of, I had 50, the Hives, and it was another group. What's the other group? Fall Out Boy. So it's like, and the rest was new people.
That's right. One Republic. You helped break One Republic.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Does that make you feel pretty good today to see what they're doing?
Yeah, that's the essence of Timbaland, to break new people.
That's pretty cool. That's one thing that we definitely took from that first album was that collaboration you did with One Republic. You helped break that band.
Yeah.
And took them to #1 with you, man.
Yeah, like it's this other band is pretty good with this girl in it. I'm trying to recast this off the chain.
Excellent, man. I can't wait. Timbaland, thank you so much for spending time with us. I wish you the best of luck, man.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Here's new Timbaland and Dev. This is Break It Back.